This is a surprise reveal for Drew. This game is a surprise reveal, so he can open his eyes when the music starts.
I see nothing.
All right. I'm just getting all the recording and stuff like locked into place. Okay.
Yes.
It's Persona 4!
Yes.
We're playing
Hell
Persona
yes.
4! Are you excited? Are you excited?
I am so excited.
So here's my here's another question. Did you ever see this coming?
I did not. This was not on my list of things to expect. I was expecting like a Zelda game or I don't know.
It's Persona 4. I don't know.
Awesome.
I've been feeling like I don't know. So like we've been playing Symphony of the Night for a while. By the way, like this opening trailer, I'm into it. Oh god, it's so cool. And there's a weird animal character that's our friend.
I just love how they cut in like actual animation into the.
True. I think
it's like all the cutscenes in Persona 5, like the big cutscenes, what the anime look like this.
Yeah.
So good.
This actually something I'd like to talk about further once we get further into this series, kind of like a design element, because I think like the economics of JRPG design is something that I kind of want to get into on this, and we'll talk about it as it goes on. But this is why I need you to set your timer for 15-minute episodes for this series, because as we know, in this Persona is a series that doesn't get interactive until like an hour in. Especially if you listen to all the voice acting, which like why would you not? Like that's content. That's straight up content. So if you're skipping you're skipping content.
I think it's pretty damn good voice actors.
True. Persona 4. All right, here we go. Are you excited? Let's get into Persona 4.
I'm ready.
All right, let's start.
Is Persona 4 the one that's set in like the rural setting, or is that Persona?
Yeah, this is the one that's basically in Japanese Worcester. We're gonna be normal. Experienced gamers. We're experienced gamers. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that. I have played a game or two in my time. I am not good at them.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I realize
Albert tells me I could be platinum ranked in Overwatch if I tried, but like I don't want to try.
That takes the fun out of it, honestly.
That's part of it. Like League of Legends and like Overwatch games with a lot of characters. It's like all those characters are in the game. Like, why would you not play them? You're just depriving yourself of content.
If you pick one
that shit's on your drive. Like, you may as well use it, right?
Yeah, play to its full extent.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't limit myself to just playing Winston, because Winston gets boring.
Yeah. I imagine there's got to be some pretty heavy burnout for pro gamers when they're just playing the same character all the time, which is why I like Sonic Fox, who went into last year's Injustice finals and started off playing as the Joker, which is probably one of the worst characters in Injustice.
Sonic Fox is... Oh, look, it's Danny DeVito!
If they ever make a Persona 5 like live action movie, which they should not.
Danny DeVito's
this guy.
100% Danny DeVito.
Look at that.
His creepy nose. His enormous nose. Okay.
I was just thinking this morning that I needed to get back into Persona 5.
Really?
Because I got to Okumura's palace, and I was like, I died 3 times in a row, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a break.
Intriguing destiny. That's me.
Oh my god, is the Velvet Room a limo?
That's me. It's a limo, yeah. Look, there's drinks on the side.
To make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality.
When so I played a bit of Persona 3 with Albert, and because he played it as a kid, and he was like, hey, I want to revisit it. So like we sat down together and played it a little bit. We didn't record it or anything, but I remember seeing this guy and being like, whoa!
I got Cyrano de Bergerac up in here.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. This is a game where we get to name the character, so I know exactly what we're going to name the character, okay? Since I did the test recording and everything. So the last name is going to be Sun, and first name is going to be Damn. Damn, son. That's our name.
I approve. Or Sundam.
Well, yeah, if you're going to be Japanese about it. Then again, Persona's a super Japanese. I will say this. I like the Persona's game that doesn't it doesn't try to pretend that it's taking place in America.
No, it takes place in Japan.
It's like, no, this is Japan. And like in doing so, you skip over a lot of this like Phoenix Wright style like mix-ups with like localization, where it's like, oh shit, we tried to make it in the U.S., but now like it's fucked up.
Yeah. It also Persona 5, playing Persona 5 is what made me want to visit Japan, because it was because it gives you a pretty decent insight in Japanese culture. I mean, obviously there's others. They throw in a lot of fantasy elements.
Dude, if you wanna move to Japan, I'll move to Japan with you because Studio Trigger is hiring for a digital animator.
Which studio is Studio Trigger? What do they do?
They did Kill la Kill.
Oh, wow.
They do Little Witch Academia. They did Sex and Violence at Mach Speed, with Mach Speed or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called. They also did my sister's favorite anime, which is Space Patrol Luluco, which is super weird. Put in that screenshot, Future Hans, from Space Patrol Luluco. That's basically how I feel about Space Patrol Luluco.
Is this the one where we summon our personas with tarot cards?
I don't know. I just know that this is...
3 and 4, one of them is tarot cards and one of them is shooting themselves in the head.
3 is the head shooting one.
Okay, so this one's tarot cards.
Okay.
That's cool, but not nearly as fashionable as the masks.
The masks are pretty cool. I also don't think like we get cool outfits in this one.
Oh, sad day.
Yeah.
Is to provide assistance to our guests.
To be fair, okay, this is like the first step of like the JRPG design thing that I want to talk about. Is like how much of a JRPG design requires like next gen hardware graphically. Like I don't think it does. I feel like you probably could have made Persona 5 on the PS2 if you wanted.
Yeah.
Like in terms of just raw like mechanical.
My name is Margaret.
But then again, I don't know everything. Hi, Margaret.
It probably would have been fun to play. It probably wouldn't have looked as good. Like one of the best things about Persona 5 is how good it looks.
True. But then again, that's one of those things, right? Because like the graphics in Persona 5 are so highly stylized that I feel like you still could get away with it with.
Yeah.
You could have gotten it done on the hello swimsuit girl. This is some serious Japan shit.
Yeah, this is very hardcore Japan right now.
This is very Japanese. What's it?
I'm tired of diets. Enough with going to the gym. Good thing there's something even I can handle.
Drinking soda.
Oh, it's one of those diet drinks advertisements. Get that speaker over here.
This one?
Yeah, we gotta have the Persona experience. Put it like where my phone is. Yeah. What are they talking about?
Chicks do not dig politicians; they dig politicians' money.
This is true. You remember what's her name, Stormy Daniels' book, where she described Donald Trump's penis as looking like Toad from Mario Kart? And then Toad from Mario Kart was trending on Twitter, and everyone was like, "Why?" And then everyone was like, "Oh."
Well, I'm sure that you all know already, but at the end of this month, you will be transferring to another school.
Alright, Damn Son's leaving. Put up a picture of Damn Son, the little Asian kid whose name is actually Damn Son, Future Hans. I love that kid.
Have you met him, or you just?
No, I just think he's awesome, like conceptually.
Theoretically, he's a cool person.
Yeah. So we're on the bullet train. This is another Japanese thing.
We will arrive at the Yasukami terminal in a few minutes. Passengers headed for Inaba City.
Yeah, because in America we don't have trains.
Exactly. You just have to drive everywhere.
I'm gonna throw this in just because like trains made me think of it. I overheard
China's
a conversation on at work about the Green New Deal. It's from a bunch of right-wing idiots at my job, and they're just like, they're talking about AOC, and she's like, and like this whole green new whatever she's trying to do, like they're trying to ban planes, and I'm just like, y'all are fucking.
Nobody. People actually think they're trying to ban planes.
They're like, she's trying to like outlaw planes and like cows and shit, and I'm like.
Well, to be fair, that's like Fox News propaganda, though.
Yeah, and I'm just like.
Misinformation.
But if they didn't know her name, if they didn't know the name of the deal, they didn't know what the deal was actually saying.
The Green New Deal actually doesn't really say anything.
It doesn't say anything. It's just saying like we need
it's
to.
It's just a resolution.
We need to get to this point. How we get there is up for debate.
Yeah.
But like I think it has like suggestions and stuff.
There's like a Washington senator that has like a really nailed down plan or something. I read an article about it that I don't remember most of the details. I don't remember most of the details, but like this guy had it was a very, very detailed plan about exactly how to get from point A to point B.
Did you see that the article? The headline was like fossil fuels are going to be renamed to like freedom fuel.
I did. I don't know if I believe that.
If that is true, that is the dumbest shit.
Bosh 18 something something. That's what those first two characters are.
Hey,
it is like 8, 10. Over there. Is this our uncle? I think it is. I got to the first save point in this game.
wow, you're more handsome in person than in your photo.
Okay.
Look at that scruff on him.
I'm
What a
Taro
handsome man.
Kojima.
And he's got that loose tie because he's
Let's
badass.
see. I'm your mother's younger
got the
brother.
thing.
Isn't that about
He
so?
knows he's sexy and he's not trying.
What are we gonna say to this guy? Do we remember him?
I mean, I don't. Do you?
I think I remember. My mother's younger brother. I remember him. He's pretty cool
I'll
dude.
say you've really grown.
He's bald and it
I
kind
still
of
remember when you were in
He
diapers.
well like all it's disconcerting to me because all my mother's like male direct family is
Here's
bald,
my daughter.
and like the balding gene supposedly goes through mom's side of the family.
Come on,
So
come
I'm
on.
like
Introduce
anxious.
yourself to your cousin.
I might shave my head like Jake Riley did.
Jake
What
Riley
do you
he's one of those people that you can kind of admire. Like, you saw what was coming in the future and you're just like, nah.
Go for it.
What are you so shy for?
That's our cousin. I have a little cousin too, but she's taller than me.
Ow.
Did you just spank your dad? Same.
Well,
Oh, the music is starting.
let's get going. My car's over there.
This is an example, by the way, of one of those scenes that I think you could have done that in you could have animated that in traditional animation anyway, because the only thing I did was press the A button.
Mm-hmm.
So you could have just made that an anime cutscene, and then on subsequent playthroughs, the player can just skip the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you could have saved money in doing that by skimping on some of the more excessive graphics that you really don't need for a
But
JRPG.
That's just so Western of you, Hans.
I don't know. I mean, but you just go all out in the parts that you're going for. Mole. Hello. This is Asian. You
Is he asking us or his daughter?
I think his daughter.
Okay. What
His
is
daughter's
that?
like a small child.
Small. I will say one of the cool things about Persona 5 is because there were a couple times where I forgot to save when I got frustrated and shut the game off and switched to a different game. So I had to go through a big long section, and luckily they do have the press the start button.
Yeah.
And it just fast forwards and you just pick the dialogue options you want,
Yeah.
which is
Are you taking a
that's
trip?
really nice. But it's,
I think it doesn't let me here because
You just moved here from the big
I
city.
haven't played through this is a new game. I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
it's also an older game, and they might not have put that in, and people might have complained about it, and that's why I got it put it in Persona 5.
Could be, yeah.
Good times any
Because you can do that from the start of Persona 5. You
Oh,
can skip
really?
through any cutscene you want.
Okay.
Well, not
Are you in
the
high
anime
school?
cutscenes. I think you might be able to just skip right over it. But
Doesn't surprise a
there's
city
this
boy to see
sitting
how
down and
old there is out
whenever
here.
the Phantom Thieves are having
There's
long
so little to
conversations,
do. I'm sure you'll get
you can
bored fast.
fast forward.
You'll either be hanging out with your friends or doing part-time jobs. Speaking of which,
Gameplay hint.
we're actually looking
Yeah,
for
gameplay
part-time
hint.
help right now.
Okay. This is April 11th on a
Give it some
Monday,
thought, why don't
by the
you?
way.
We don't mind if you're a student.
Only 9 days until it gets crazy.
That shit's outlawed in Japan. I think.
Oh,
I imagine going into the metaverse and fucking with people's minds is probably also
Oh, man.
outlawed.
True. Our cousin is. Headache. Migraine.
So what color hair do we have? Because it looks like in all the cutscenes we have brown hair, but this is definitely gray.
I think we have gray hair.
Car sick? You don't look too good.
This is something I want to talk about in Persona. Most people have pretty naturally colored hair, which I appreciate. It's not crazy.
They don't have if there is a character with bright blue hair, they
Yeah.
go
I think the history of that conceptually is interesting though, because the reason anime colors have crazy colored hair in the beginning is because manga can only be published in black and white, right? So colored hair in the promos, it was a way for the promos and covers to be more exciting to look at, and then eventually it just became canon.
And then
Whereas
because-
in the comics, it's yeah, everyone has black hair because they're all fucking Japanese.
And then it became to a point where it's now a cliche for Asian people to have brightly dyed hair because you see it in anime, and honestly there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of girls who do dye their hair bright colors in Asian culture, but it also happens in American culture.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not
we
it's
all
not
know at least
culturally.
one girl who has bright blue streaks in her hair.
Yeah, dude, my sister recently dyed her hair pink, and I bleached my hair my first year of college, bleached the whole thing. So I looked like a K-pop boy band member. Make yourself at home.
Can you go through this entire game not responding to anything anyone says?
Maybe. Do you want to try?
I don't want to do that, but I feel like if I ever play through this game again, I'm definitely going to do that. I am
Just say nothing.
just you're
Like Link.
Who's calling at this hour?
It's one thing I did see about
This guy's angry eyebrows, by the way. I just want to talk about that. His in-game
It's 'cause
angry
he's just
eyebrows.
constantly worried and thinking because men who think are sexy. And this dude is, I mean, incredibly good looking, and I kind of hate him for it.
He's got like the scruff.
Look at that jawline. Bro.
Yeah, true.
Cut glass with that shit.
True. Did you read that article about like incels who are getting plastic surgery?
To be more attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not read that article, but it sounds.
It was
that is
wild.
that
It
is
was
an
wild.
incel thing.
Anyway, what were you saying, Ellie?
I can't remember.
It's gone. It's gone. I'll never know.
It probably wasn't that important. If I forgot it, doesn't matter.
Put the laundry in. I think because
Panda.
it's worth noting. When I was abroad in Spain and when I was in China, like nobody used a dryer for their laundry. It was all
That's like not
It's
really
like
a thing
American
anywhere
thing,
but like
right?
North America. Like Canada and the United States do that. Because it kind of sucks because I'm so used to having like super soft clothes. And then I was in Italy and I also, for the audience, I have eczema on my back and chest. So it sucks having like really scratchy clothes.
Scratchy clothes.
So it
what
like,
are we gonna
what
say?
does your dad do? It must be tough. I don't know. Or we could say nothing, but I feel like we shouldn't do that. We need to make friends with our cousin.
Let's ask.
Curious or empathetic?
Let's ask what her dad does. I don't know because we don't actually like.
Is that sushi? I would murder a child for some sushi. Not necessarily this child.
I'm seeing.
But I'm not specifically saying not this child.
Do we have any sushi places in town? I could go for some
there's
sushi after this.
Osaka, I think is what it's called.
Oh
Walmart,
yeah, that
and
place.
There's Basil.
Oh, Basil has it too.
Council Secretary Taro Namatame
This guy
was
looks
under
kind of
fire
creepy.
for an alleged relationship with a female reporter.
Oh, is this what they were?
Relationship.
Anchor balance sensation Misuzu Haragi
Oh, this is what they were talking about in the anime cutscene in the beginning.
damages. In response,
I think, right?
iTelevision has
Yes.
decided to
Yeah.
cancel all
iTelevision?
Mayumi Yamano's televised appearances.
All right.
Until allegations of an affair with Mr. Namatame are resolved, she will remain off the air and out of the public eye.
Okay,
This is boring.
I agree.
Politicians having affairs.
This every day is customer
So she goes to a commercial instead?
See for yourself and get in touch with our products.
Could we potentially work there?
Every day is great at
Probably.
your tuners.
It's a jingle.
Every day is great at your tuners.
Okay. Well, we're probably gonna have to protect this small child at some
Are
point.
you going to eat?
Small SMOL.
Exactly. Wow, like 16 minutes in, we finally get to interact with the game. Next time on the Nerdy Chinese Backlog, we're
We'll
gonna-
actually play the game.